6:17, let's get back over to Lacey Swope for the bus stop forecast. Hey, Lace.
Good morning, guys. As the kiddos are heading out to school today, we do have rain coming down in portions of the metro, especially central, western sides. It's light to moderate rain. No lightning right now. We had quite a bit of lightning overnight. Now things are really starting to weaken as these showers move on in. Currently, we've picked up a lot of rain in western Oklahoma. Let me show you what it looks like as far as the rainfall totals go. We're talking 2 to 3 inches of rain from Tologa to Putnam to Thomas. May still be some ponding in these areas and very localized flooding possible all the way down to Hinton. You notice the rainfall totals now that everything's making its way into the metro are much lighter. This is really weakening. I do think we'll see a couple tenths of an inch of rain across portions of central Oklahoma, but it's kind of splitting the metro in half. Northern and eastern sides won't see much out of this system. So for the bus stop forecast across the metro, it's a 60% chance of rain, 60 degrees. The temperature coming home, 77, slight chance of an isolated shower or storm, and then rain is likely again overnight tonight. As this complex makes its way on through, it's weakening. We've had some additional storms fire out west, and a cold front we're tracking that. It is sweeping through the plains. It arrives tonight and tomorrow across the state. It's really going to cool us back down for your weekend and brings in very comfortable dry air as well. The humidity gets knocked back out of here. But it's been a good rain this morning. We sure do need it. More rain moving through, light to moderate from downtown, now over towards the Tinker Diagonal down to Stella and Etowah. More Norman waking up to wet roadways. Moderate rain clearing Highway 81. This is going to ride across the central and southern sides of the Oklahoma City metro this morning. So zooming on in, no lightning showing up. We're not seeing any hail cores, nothing like that. Where we could have a couple areas of hail would be from Wynnewood to Falls Creek to Sulphur to Hennepin. As this is moving down to the southeast, has a little lightning and thunder with it in this portion of the state. But now through noon, this rain continues to make its way down to the southeast. May have a few additional showers take off up north. We're watching for that. And what an amazing sunrise we have going on our Lucky Star Skycam network. Just enough cloud cover and breaks in the clouds off to the east to get some gorgeous colors. 63 degrees is where we're starting. So some lower, some mid 60s. Winds will be out of the east later today. And your hour-by-hour forecast, we warm up to the 70s. There's the rain timeline for the daylight hours. Rain chances really tapering off, and in Oklahoma City, your evening does look mostly dry. We get to the 80s in portions of western Oklahoma today, and future next gen showing the next round moving in. So this is this morning. Here's this afternoon. Still a few spotty showers, isolated chances. We get 6, 7 o'clock. Most of the state dries out, and we'll watch for thunderstorms to take off down here in southwestern Oklahoma. So our trackers will flood western Oklahoma into the evening. We will bring these storms in. They'll have a chance for wind and hail, becoming much more widespread closer to midnight tonight. And then 1, 2, 3 o'clock, the storms are arriving in central Oklahoma. Very heavy rain up to the north, and this spreads off and slides off to the east with another round possible heading into your Friday. I'll have that for you in a second. Let's get to the severe weather threat between 4 o'clock and midnight. If storms can form in this zone, they could produce large hail, damaging winds, would pose a low tornado risk. The chance is about 20 to 30%, much higher chance in the Panhandle. Slight chance this afternoon in Oklahoma City, but again, up to golf ball size hail initially with those storms in the southwest, and then the tornado risk today is still very low. Brief tornado possible. The ingredients aren't all that favorable, which is a good thing. Overnight tonight, that's when the more complex kind of starts to form and merge through the region. That moves off towards the east with a 100% chance of rain, and between midnight and 8 a.m., those storms moving into central, northern, eastern Oklahoma could produce quarter-size hail, 65-mile-an-hour winds, and they will pose a flooding risk. Not expecting huge hail, quarter-size hail. That's enough to do some minor damage for sure. We'll have crews out tonight. We'll be in monitoring things for you into the early morning hours. Temps will be in the 60s overnight tonight, and then tomorrow, the cold front presses in. We'll have 60s tomorrow and for highs, 70s, 80s down to the south ahead of the cold front where numerous storms will take off. Will be cloudy, will be pretty stable, honestly, across central and northern Oklahoma. So the severe risk not really there for that portion of the state. It's farther to the south where large hail, damaging winds will be possible ahead of that cold front for your Friday. Flooding is one of the big concerns, and so when you add up the rain on top of what we've already got this morning, another area of 1 to 2 inches. Some folks in the northwest could have bullseyes upwards of 3, 4 inches of rain. It just depends on where those heavier cells set on up. So we'll update you on the flooding threat coming up for your Friday, 70s for your weekend, and we turn active with rounds of storms next week. We'll be back right after this.